Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing a yoga for better mobility. So we're going to be moving through some postures and they're meant just to really open you up and help you move better. So these actions can be done every single day. They can be done after you've been sitting for a long time on your lunch break or first thing in the morning. It's great. I personally like to add it in first thing in the morning when I wake up. Just to get stretched out and feel good and be able to move functionally throughout the day. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to begin today's yoga practice on all fours. So go ahead and take the wrist under the shoulders and then make sure that your knees are under the hips stacked. And then we're just going to go ahead and start to bring awareness and movement into your spine. So go ahead and just to move your spine, as you inhale, you're going to lift, so you're rotating your pelvis down as you go into cow, and then as you exhale, you're going to draw your belly button up into your spine and round out through your upper body. So you're pressing through the palms, separating the shoulder blades, and then as you inhale, you're letting that go and kind of reversing that movement. And here I'm spreading across through the collarbones and really opening up through the chest too. And then exhale. And then just go ahead and do this at your own pace. So whatever feels good for you. Just start to wake up the spine. Get a little movement through backbone. It feels so good. And one more time like this. Exhale, draw your belly button into your spine. And now this time I want you just to go ahead and hold. Okay, so let all your air out, squeeze, you're suctioning your belly button into your backbone and you're holding. And then go ahead, release, find a neutral spine, and we're going to repeat that same thing again. So here we're practicing suctions, which is really great for digestion and for strengthening your core. So if you have lower back pain, this is a really good exercise for you to do. Let's go ahead and try that again. This time as you exhale, draw your belly button up into your spine. Pretend there's a little fire underneath you. You're not trying to let it touch your belly. So here we go. Exhale, let it out. Draw your belly button up and in. Create that suction and hold for as long as you possibly can. Just keep holding. Hold. Great job. You can really start to feel your abs warming up as you do that. We're going to just do it one more time. Hold for as long as you possibly can. Go into that meditative, that concentration, and focus on what you're doing here for your body. Here we go. One last time. Draw your belly button in and up. Here we go. And if you want to work into the pelvic floor here, you can also work that as well. So go ahead. Exhale. Draw your navel in and up. Nice job. All right, go ahead and dance your hips around from side to side. Just do whatever feels good here for the lower body. You might sway forward and then sway your hips back. That might feel good for you. And once again, this yoga routine is a little less strict and a little bit more playful. It allows you to kind of take care of your own needs and what feels good for you and your body. If you did different exercises, you might need to stretch in different ways. All right, let's go ahead and place the left hand right under the chest. Inhale, reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, we're going to weave that right arm through the other one, and then we're just going to go ahead and release. Take your head right to the mat, and then I personally like to extend my left arm straight above my head. I can feel a stretch through my lats when I do this, and I can also feel stretch through the right shoulder. So that's what I like to do. You decide what feels good for you. And then go ahead and bring that left arm back. Press yourself back up. And then I want you to go ahead and take your right fingertips, kind of follow up your body and really open up through your chest so you feel like you can reach even further now after stretching out that side. Exhale, go ahead and take your right arm to the floor. Same thing, other side. So take the right arm right underneath the chest. Inhale, lift the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle through the other arm, and then go ahead and extend your right arm forward if you did that on the other side and that felt good. Or you can always just keep this arm right at your side if that stretch is a little too intense. Great job. Go ahead and press yourself back up. Once again, have your left fingertips kind of trace your body, and then reach up towards the sky and really open up through the chest. Exhale, go ahead and set your left arm right down back to the ground. Now, if you have tight wrists and being on your hands when you do yoga or when you're doing any exercise, it starts to bother your wrists, then this is a really good habit to get into. It's just taking some time to stretch it out. So flipping your hands in the other direction and allowing a little bit of pressure, and then as you start to build up your tolerance, you can always work a little bit more, apply a little bit more of your weight to it. But this is a really good stretch. And even curling your toes under right now and putting your weight back on your feet, that's also a really good stretch for the feet. So just being mindful, taking care of your hands and feet at the same time. And let's go ahead and take your arms right back to all fours, and then where your hands are, I want you to set your elbows down, okay, in that same spot. And now I want you to try to keep your arms parallel the whole time as we do this next exercise. We're going to just go ahead and kick our hips up towards the sky, and you can kind of pedal out your feet here if you want to, but slowly as you become more flexible and to get a little bit more out of this stretch, you can walk your feet up towards your elbows. Now, as you do this, if you have really tight shoulders, your arms are going to want to start to creep in. And so I need you to fight against that. If you start feeling that, back off of the stretch. Take your feet back a little bit more. And I just want you to breathe, relax in this pose. I want you to think about taking your hip bones and lifting them up towards the sky. And so instead of rounding here to get up higher, I just want you to perk your hip bones right up towards the ceiling. And then if you need to add a little bit more here, you can walk your feet in a little bit more. Great. Now, if headstands are in your practice, you can choose right now to go into a headstand. Or if it's not in your practice, you can just go ahead and stay. I want you to come down, lower to your knees, and then sink your hips back into child's pose. Go ahead and round forward one vertebrae at a time. So you're back to all fours. Draw your knees up off the ground, and then I just want you to slowly extend one leg and then the other, working into our downward dog. And as you do this downward dog, I want you to bring awareness from your fingertips. So you can come up onto all your fingertips and then slowly extend your hands so they start to make contact with the floor. And then I want you to think about rolling, taking your arms and externally rotating them outward, okay? And then as you do that, pressing through the upper body, then take the hip points, lift it up towards the ceiling, and your legs are actually going to spiral in. So it's opposing directions here. And then I just want you to go ahead and walk one foot in front of the other, walking to the front of your mat. A nice forward forward fold. Feels really good here. Go ahead and give yourself a nice bend in the legs. And here I like to bend one leg and straighten the other, and then do the same thing on the other side. If that feels good for you, feel free to indulge in this stretch with me. And if you just want to hang out here in a forward fold with a nice bend in your legs, go ahead and do that. And then I just want you to start to bring awareness, this time starting from the feet. So spread the toes on the mat. Draw up from the inside of your foot, and then I just want you to slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Fingertips are going to trace the body up the armpits, reaching towards the ceiling. And then I just want you to do a nice forward fold back down to the ground. So we're back in our forward fold here. And slowly roll up one more time. Reaching for the ceiling. And then this time, exhale, take your hands together. Take it to heart center. I want you to take your feet to the edges of the mat. And then go ahead and have a seat in Matsyana. Take a moment here to catch your breath and find your center. And if you spend a lot of time sitting at work, this position might be very difficult. You may only be able to get to here. You might not be able to get all the way down. Now, as you continue to practice, you'll become more flexible and you'll be able to do this. One other way you can do this is using the support of a wall and kind of guiding yourself down. Okay, it's really up to you, but we're gonna just go ahead and sink here in this pose for a minute. And as we do this, we're gonna open up our shoulders and chest once again. So go ahead and take the left arm to the mat, and then inhale, lift the right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, set it down, switch sides. And as you lift and turn, be sure to check out your legs if they're dipping inward, okay? I want you to try to resist against that normal feel. So pull the knees outward, don't let them sink in. Exhale, switch, inhale, lift. Exhale, switch. This time, if you want to, inhale, reach your arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, you can bind, create the bind back behind your body by swooping the left arm around the left leg and binding the hands together behind the back. And then go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So if you like that bind, you want to try same thing on the other side, go ahead and do so. Excellent job. Go ahead and take your hands right behind your bum. This time, take those legs. We're going to just go ahead and kind of windshield wiper our legs to the midline. So we're doing an internal rotation of the hip. It's not our normal rotation we might do normally, so this might actually trigger some spots where you're like, ooh, I don't know why that's so tight. But you don't have to solve it now. You can just use this time to acknowledge it and continue to work to becoming a little bit better, a little more flexible. Great job. Go ahead and take those legs just bent and pinned right in front of you. Sorry, I couldn't think for a second. Now keep the hands in the same place. We're going to scooch our bum away from our body and lift our chest up towards the ceiling. Okay, so if you want to get more of a stretch in your shoulders and upper body, you're going to scooch your bum further away from your arms. But keep your chest lifted. And then if you're like, Carly, that's a lot of a stretch, I can't do that yet, then just go ahead and scoot your bum back towards your hands. Lift your chest, find length in the spine, maintain that integrity. Very good. Go ahead and release. Open. That was just a really nice stretch to open up through the shoulders and chest. If you sit a lot, again, you can start to develop a kind of rounded posture. So this is really just helping us open up. All right, one last thing I love to do before my day starts is just to target the core. So this helps me when I go on runs, this helps me as I go through my work day, this helps me when I go and lift. Sitting in a chair, I tend to be a little less sloppy when I start my morning off targeting my abdominal muscles. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same. So lift your arms up and then go ahead and lift your feet for boat pose. Now you can choose to make it a little easier, bend at the knees, or you can go for the full deal here and extend the legs out and then just hold. Now I want you to use your breath here to find strength and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Set your feet on the floor. I want you to slowly roll down, one vertebrae at a time. And then I just want you to go ahead and reach your arms up above your head, and then just go ahead and sit right back up. Once again, lifting up the legs for boat pose and hold. Use your breath here to find strength. Hold your belly button in, and then keep a flat back here, so no rounding up. For 3, 2, 1, set the feet on the floor. Slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time, taking this extension here, stretching, and then I just want you to sit it right back up. Here we go again. Lift those legs, extend, breathe, and hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the legs down, roll, slow and controlled. Whew. 2 more like that. Shoot it back up. Here we go, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the legs down, roll, drawing your belly button into your spine, and then whoop, lift it up. Last time. Now, if you're new to yoga or new to training abs and you're like, I can do 2 of those, that's good. Next time you can do 3. Next time you can do 4. Build on it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down, roll down this time. Extend the arms, big breath in. Exhale, shoot it up. All right, this next pose, working the core, is we're going to be targeting our obliques. So we're going to take a turn and another turn, but we're not going to be trying to go for high repetitions. We're going to try to draw our belly button into our spine and slow and controlled move from one side to the other. We're just going to go for 3 reps on each side because you should be feeling these when we take our time with them. So go ahead and slowly lean back. And then here we go, we're just going to count to 3, and then we're going to take our arms to our right side of our body. So 1, 2, 3, there's a tap. You should feel these side muscles working right now. And 3, 2, 1, back to center. 1, 2, 3, to the left. 3, 2, 1, back to center. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, to the right, and 3, 2, 1, back to center. 1, 2, 3, to the left. 3, 2, 1, to center. 1 more. 1, 2, 3, to the right, and 3, 2, 1, back to center. 1, 2, 3, to the left. 3, 2, 1, back to center. Go ahead, lay it all the way down towards the ground. Whew. Relax. If you want to go ahead and get a nice stretch through the core, through the hip flexors. Ooh, reach. Make yourself big, long, and tall. Great job. And we're going to finish this just with a simple bridge. So driving our weight through our heels. We're going to press our hips up towards the sky. Take your hands, clasp them behind your body. And then I just want you to think about shooting those hips up as high as possible. Finding your breath here in this pose. Squeezing the legs together, but keeping the knees parallel with each other. Lifting those hips up towards the sky or ceiling, depends if you're inside or outside. Take 2 more breaths here. 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips down and just go ahead and pull your knees to your chest. And you can rock side to side like a little happy egg, because this is what happy eggs look like. And that feels good. You kind of massage the spine. And then we're going to go ahead and rock and roll ourselves up the mat. This is so fun. It's energizing. And it feels good on the spine when you control the movements. Woo. Take 2 more rock and rolls. 1 more time. Excellent job. Go ahead and find a comfortable seat. You can take easy pose, whatever feels good for you actually. Remove the cushion underneath your sits bones. And let's go ahead and finish here with our palms facing up, lifting our chest up as well. And let's just take a moment to calm our breath, to calm our mind. To be grateful. To choose happiness. To choose health. To choose right actions. To choose truth. And to choose love. You're welcome to continue your practice in this relaxation, this meditative state. I'm so thankful for you joining me today for this yoga practice. I'm proud of you for taking care of yourself, your mind, and your body. It's great to practice yoga with awesome people like you. Go ahead and take your hands to your heart center. Take your thumbs to your third eye, and then go ahead and bow. Namaste. I hope you go out today just with the attitude that you have a choice to choose your daily actions, how you feel, your reactions. So choose happiness, choose to be healthy, choose to make the right choices, and choose truth and to love each other. And those things will come pouring into your life. Have a great day. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up button for me. If you haven't done so already, click the subscribe button. That way you know the next time I upload another video. Have a good day.